Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're at. So yes, it has been a while, and I've done some things again to the Jeep. So I put on these obvious aftermarket fog lights, but this thing actually came with them originally, just that somebody removed them, and that's how I know. And the other telltale sign is that. They were never molded into the front bumpers, like into them. There's just no spot for them, so they were always mounted on top of the bumper. So why did I not record that? Probably because I have a bad habit of just doing my stuff. But there was another thing I did. Got underneath it and I checked the fluid and the transfer case. Lo and behold, there was none in there. At least not that I could feel. Even when I stuck a hose down in there, it came up with just barely any indicator on the end of the tube. So if you remember when I said was finding the source of what was leaving all the marks on the driveway, that was the contributing source. And if you remember on the one video when I pointed forward, I also noticed that there was oil dripping down from the exhaust pipe. So what did I do to try and remedy these potential leaks? Well, there's a bracket that's underneath the transfer case. I tried to take that bracket off to check and see if it was coming from the drain. Maybe it wasn't closed all the way. Maybe the seal was shot. I didn't know what was there. But so those the 2-3 bolts that hold that bracket up there, well, they just spin and spin and spin. They weren't coming off. So that's telling me that the welded nut that's up above there in the frame, that's just no good. It's rusted out. Won't come out. And I really don't want to cut them out just yet, but I may do that at some point. Anyway, so when I filled it with fluid, I also put a chemical in there that would hopefully revitalize any seals that were in there, and went from there. The oil leaking, I think it was coming from the rear main seal by the looks of it, and that's kind of notorious for happening on these Jeeps and that motor. So I did the same thing. I went and got a product and put it in, mixed it in with the oil, and supposed to drive it around for a while, somewhere in the vicinity of a couple of days, to see if it's going to do anything. Not 100% sure why I have this right now. High mileage ring seal, because I didn't put this in. I didn't put that in. I used a product called Blue Devil. Maybe that's weird. I don't remember buying that. Maybe I got it because in case the Blue Devil didn't work. Then there was that. But the good news is, after about a week of driving this thing, week and a half maybe of driving it around with that in there, I haven't seen any leaks yet. So maybe that stuff worked. I don't know. I'm not really counting on it because now, you know, I need to like find cardboard or something big enough to drive over or park over it or slide it under there when I'm in park, and you'll see if it is. But I haven't noticed any spots. I haven't really noticed those, especially when I get to work. Just don't see them. But from here, I am seeing something under there. I don't know. It looks like it's too far forward to be coming from where it was before. So, anyway, possibly tomorrow I'll do the oil change on it because it's about a half a quart low, and the oil is very black. So yeah, it needs to come out of there. It's been in there a while. Good morning and welcome back, you guys. There is something that I did get for this Jeep that I forgot to tell you guys about. My last little snippet. So I will show you guys how to install this, considering on YouTube I was not able to find the correct one to do this. So, well, there was one, and they went through it really quick. So I probably will too. I'm not going to show all the boring details on how this comes apart and what goes into it. So let me show you what I got and why I got it. The blinker control and your brights and stuff. So the reason why I'm replacing that is because when you go to put on your dims, it doesn't like to work right. You have to pull it back about 5 different times before it actually turns on. So let's go about replacing it. Underneath the column there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 holes there for what should be a T20 bit. Let's find out. So far so good. And once you get these out, the bottom should just come off just like that. The top might prove to be a bit more difficult with this being here. So let's see what we got to do with this one. Actually, I just realized that unscrews. Yeah, that threads right out of there. What I'm referring to is the tilt column lever. These are what are known as security bits. There's a nipple in the center of that. I see 1, and there's 2. That's why I had to go and pick this thing up. So it appears that the security bit is also a T20. Not that you can really see that, but it's hollowed out in the middle. So it can go over that nipple that's in there. So like I said, we'll remove this one, and this should come out of there. And we'll have to disconnect the wiring harness, and there should be another screw in there, but I'll show you when I get that far. That top nut turns out to be a 7mm. So we take that out, pull the harness out. That's the old, that's the new. Those two seem to be in the correct spots. Flip this over. So I heard this going on. Those are my hazards. Okay, so now having confirmed that everything actually works, it's just a matter of putting it all back together, and I will show you that finished product when I'm done. Alright, and just like that, it's back together. Everything functions just as it should, and let me show you. Well, there's the new one installed. Everything went back fine. Everything works now. I'm going to keep the old one as a backup just in case this really no-name brand decides it's going to fail on me, which it probably will, but we don't know. I only paid like 23 bucks for it on Amazon by a name I don't even know. Never heard of it, but it was cheaper than the Dorman by about half. So, having said that, that's how you replace your blinker, turn signal, headlight, dimmer, switch, assembly in a 1993 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited Edition. Not hard at all. I typically don't like dealing with electrical stuff in vehicles, but this one was pretty simple. So if you got any questions, please comment, leave them in the comments below. Please like, please subscribe. I kind of want to get this channel up and going. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for understanding that, you know, I'm not the best at remembering to constantly record my stuff. I'm probably going to do a oil change on this. If you really want to see that being done, comment, just leave a comment. A lot of people just take them in nowadays, and I contemplated doing that, but I think for the oil and the filter, it's going to cost me approximately 35 to 40 bucks, and I think that going to like our 15-minute oil change place here, probably everywhere too, but I want to say the last time I did that it was in excess of 50 some bucks, and I could be wrong on that, but whatever. It would save me some money. It needs it. Like I said, if you want to see it, just comment in the comment area below, and I will go through that process with you guys. But until next time, have a great day.